Hey Forex Militia, this is Parsival, and I am coming to you from the Forex Factory website, which I am now starting with Raghee Horner's 34 EMA wave and GRaB candles. Her basic strategy is a trend trading strategy, and it basically has it has a baseline and then some candles that basically look like this. As you can see, this here is the 34 EMA wave, and then the candles which color red or green depending on them being above or below. There's also another color, a bluish, which let me see if I can really get you a look at it. Like over here, there's a bluish. Those are the range candles, meaning of course when it's within the 34 EMA wave, it's basically saying that there is no trend. It's trendless. So going into this, we are looking to see exactly how she trades it. And it says here, she always goes for a look back. She looks back through the charts. She actually put loop back, but that's a small mistake. It's supposed to be look back. So for the weekly, it's 5 years. For the daily, it's 1 year. For the 240, for the 4 hour, it's 3 to 6 months. And then down from there. So I'm right now going to be trading the 4 hour, which is basically at the higher time frame. It's more swing trading. Alright. And she has some requisites, some requirements that you have to look at before you actually take a trade also. Now these are slightly longer than the look back settings. I talked about it in my first published book in 2007, but not by much. Think of them as the minimum amount of data that you should start your analysis, and in this view pay particularly close attention to the clock angle of the 34 EMA wave used to determine the market trend, the high and low, the dominant trends that occurred, gaps if applicable, last major moves, larger trends for Fibonacci retracement, trend lines, support and resistance. So in other words, most chart observations that I would use for potential trade are done in the look back, focusing on what I find in the most relevant data for the time frame. Okay, so that is the beginning. That's here on Forex Factory, and I already did some testing, and as you can see, it came up not too bad, pretty decent. For the first 3 months. Let's look at the graph. And we have up, and then it goes a little flat. Once again, I'm basically trading the pound on the 4 hour time frame from January to March 2010. I'll mix that up a little bit because of course I'll get so used to seeing some of the price action, I might cause a little bit of discrepancy or in the testing. So I'll mix it up. Maybe with the next strategy I'll start from 2013 to 2016 or something like that. But as you can see, this is what you got. Excuse me. This is what you got. and I'm using the trend lines, and came out very nicely. So okay, 479.93 with a profit factor of 1.59, drawdown of $162, 17 trades, accuracy of 47%. We also have profit factor of 150. I'm sorry, average profit 150 bucks. Average loss $88. Largest win 542. Largest loss 175. And two and two consecutive loss, no problem. That looks pretty good. Let's take it to Quant Analyzer 4. Let's look at it over here. Analyze. And very interesting. So far, it's 18% annual return for the year, which is decent. That's pretty good. It's profitable right now. That's only for one quarter, 3 months. And the strategy was profitable January, February, and March. Very, very nice. So with that, I'm going to this was phase 1, January to March 2010. Let's move on to phase 2 from April to June. And cut. All right. This is phase 2 of Raghee Horner's 34 EMA wave, and we came out with a loss. And as you can see, we hit a little bit of chop, so it's not a lot of trending, but it still looks pretty decent. So let's take a look at the numbers. Let's look at the graph. As you can see, it went up. We had some profits, but then we hit some chop, and I was consistently being bought up, bought down, bought up, bought down. Okay, so there you go. There you go. 326.25, 0.62, 16 trades. Seems to be that's the norm. Let's see. Profit 439. Biggest profit, average profit trades 136. Loss 91. You can see the thing about it was this. This is fantastic. The problem was this right here. You got 68% losses and 31% gains, profits. So that's mostly because of chop. As you can see, like you said, this is good. All right. So let's go ahead and take this over to Quant Analyzer. Let's go ahead and paste that in here. And 4 hour. And GRaB. Okay. And go. Alright. So there you go. So far it looks like we're still at a gain. Alright. So there's a loss, as you can see. I'm gonna have to really look into this Sharpe ratio and see exactly how that works. Alright, as you can see, April was a loss, May was a gain, June was a loss. June was a big loss. There was a lot of chop going on in June. So that's phase 2, and on to phase 3. And then we'll add it. And then once we finish this, of course, we'll add up for the year. But we've got phase 3 and phase 4 for July through August, through September, and then October through to December. All right. As we continue to test out this strategy. Strategy Bootcamp. Okay, Forex Militia, this is phase 3 of GRaB once again, and takes a little time, of course, takes a little bit of time, but got through it, and there's a small loss. For 3 months, let's look at the graph. As you can see, once again, it went up, and then we hit that chop, and the chop just killed it. It was about to go on a pretty nice run, this last run. You can see all the green candles. It looks good. Report. Like you see, loss of 144. The profit trades 33. That has to go up, but the reason why that's not up most likely is because of all this. Had the same basic problem with TMS, the 5 method, but this was beautiful. Nice long run. All right, straight up, about 500 pips. All right, so with that, let's go over to here, which is basically this gives you that. I need to go through some of these other scores, like the Z score and Z probability. But for right now, let's just look at the months. Months is 109, $60, $96. That's a loss. Profit factor 0.84, 33. Daily, monthly. Expectancy. And that's about it for this phase. Minus 144.97. On to phase 4, the last phase from October to December. Let's get it. Okay, this is phase 4, and this is from October to December 2010, and we've got a loss. Okay, so I'm just learning the system, so that's probably to be expected, but I will hopefully in 2011 get better results. Once again, it was chopped. This strategy gets very, very, very good long runs, 300 and 200. But of course, for any trend trading strategy, it's the chop that gives you the drawdown, that gives you all your losses. So I am basically I'm going to continue to try to fine tune that so we can get some of these losses out of here and just have the long trending trades take over. So okay, that's one of the things. So far to me this is better than TMS because this indicator helps you. It's a very good baseline. So it'll let you know when to go long and when to go short, and it holds the trend pretty decently. Even here when there's a little bit of chop, it holds a trend. You can see that you should only trade long. So okay, drawdown of 619, and we've got this. Look, profit trades 14%, very, very bad. And on the quant analyzer 4, 21 trades, bad sharp ratio 0.6. Every month except December was a loss, 348, 271. Alright, so here's a little bit more analysis. Well, actually, I won't go into that. Let's actually just go here. So I put this into a portfolio, and it came out to be that this right here, this 517.63, is actually, if you look at this, I don't know if you can see this. I'll try to zoom in for you. That this basically phase 2 and phase 3 basically canceled out phase 1, and then phase 4 from October to December basically was the big loss. So this was it was break even up until then, and then the big loss came in phase 4. All right, so there you go. Let's take a look over here. There's some other analysis that you can look at. This is basically phase 1, then phase 2, then phase 3, then phase 4, right? And if breaking it all the way down by the hour, it looks like I took most of my losses at 20. So that's probably around noon or 1 o'clock or something like that. 1 p.m. 12 noon, 1 p.m. or something like that. And as far as longs and shorts, I did better on my longs. Profitability is 31%, loss is 69%, and that's just an extension of Quant Analyzer 4, where you can basically decide if you want to trade, if you don't want, on the strategy that you're trading, if you don't want to trade at 100 hours, you don't have to trade then, because that's when you're taking most of your losses. So that is that for right now. Now I'm going to go into something else that I saw over here, which is a video by Raghee Horner, and basically what it is I don't think you'll be able to hear the audio because I turned something off. But yeah, she uses she uses Auto Chartist, and what it is this. Let me show you what it is. The Auto Chartist has a plugin for MetaTrader 4. I don't know if it'll help you doing back testing, but it's a tool that will allow you to, it'll give you trade ideas, and I will go into that in another video. But for this one, I don't want to make it too long, so I'm going to basically just say that in the next year I don't know if I'll actually look into using this. I'm going to try to upgrade what I'm using to basically trade the GRaB method, because I'm pretty sure that it's more like a baseline, and then you can actually put your strategy on top of this to basically give you a better buy and sell idea. So with that, I will say knowledge is power. Be power hungry, and power to the people. Possible signing out.